Gameplay, 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 gameplay. Muy buena. Hola Sturdy, ¿cómo estamos? Tanto tiempo sin leerte. Te mentí, lo vi en la mañana. Ah, no te preocupes, Phantom. Venga, venga. Vamos, Bethesda. En ti confío.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hola, Todd
and
Howard.
welcome
¿Cómo
to
estás?
Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here. And that's thanks to all of you, from the Elder Scrolls to Fallout. We love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do.
Ahí va, pues nos tienen que explicar algo.
Is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built,
Qué raro se mira el Tom Holland.
Studio. We've done so much together, but well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today,
Pegó el
we get to hear
viejazo.
from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special.
No mames,
so
güey.
let's jump in and take a look.
A ver. Uy.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years.
Ay,
But
vamos a
it's
ver.
still a Bethesda RPG
Estoy nervioso.
through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities.
Siento que va a ser muy
This
Survivor
time, it's not just one world.
el gameplay. Que vas a tener que tomar agua,
It's over
cuidarte de lo
1,000
del
worlds.
oxígeno y todo
Because
eso.
the choice of where to go, it's not ours.
Me cuestan trabajo
it's
estos
yours.
juegos, la verdad. Pero por Starfield vamos a
And it
echarle
wasn't
ganas.
until now that we had the
No olviden día 1 en
technology
Game
to
Pass,
create it.
amigos. Vayan comprándose su Xbox, suscribiéndose al
From the
Game
rocks
Pass.
at your feet to the mountains
etc,
in the
etc.
distance, to the people and creatures that live in
¿Sí
these
lo corre,
worlds.
Phantom? Claro que sí. Con gráficas
That isn't just a
mermeladosas,
backdrop.
pero
That
lo
moon is
corre
actually there orbiting the planet. Yes,
en
you can
20
visit it
FPS.
too. We
Claro, Margo.
realistically simulate
Siempre y cuando
the
sí tenga un
galaxy
final.
around you.
Luego siento que son
Our
juegos
next
para
generation
pues,
lighting
que lo
model
sigan
uses
aumentando
real-time
la historia
global illumination
con
to
actualizaciones.
light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
Pues se ve bastante bien, ¿eh?
We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person,
Yo soy de tercera
and you can
persona,
play it in first person.
la neta, amigos. Sin sombras.
We love exploration and
Bueno, Raúl,
rewarding
¿por
it,
qué
but
ves
you
las
do
cosas
explore
negativas?
differently in this game, given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
Mina abandonada. Me gusta la interfaz, muy... No sé, muy minimalista. Uy, vean que bien corre. Claro que nos mandó lluvia, excelente, Marlo. ¿A quién sacrificaste? ¿A Astreita? No me diga eso, compa.
We do love stuff and
Es
all
el
of the
No Man's Sky,
items
pero
allowing
sin
you to
busca en
pick
cuatro.
everything
No
up.
digas eso,
And you can
Phantom.
view all that in your data
¿Quién
menu.
sabe? Hasta jugarlo, ¿eh?
This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack
No
a
sé si
ton
me
of
gusta que esté
detail
el
in
mono
every
ahí en
object,
medio de la pantalla.
from all of your weapons to spacesuits
Bueno, así sí, ¿no?
to
Pero en
food.
el menú,
We just
en el
obsess
menú
over
que
the
abrió.
details and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back
Por
in my
eso se
ship,
desapareció, pero no te preocupes, mira, les invito
and
tacos.
he can even say your name. Let's head out.
Ok, vamos bien, ¿eh?
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been
Romanticismo.
referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
Okay.
For us, it's that
NASA
contrast,
punk.
that's where the visual interest is. Obviously the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew.
O sea, es un
And
hub.
like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a
Okay.
landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system.
Se me hace
Obviously,
muy
the
feo
game is
ese,
big,
esa
and it's
interfaz
here you
del
can see
sistema
planets
solar.
that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for
Quizá lo
now,
mejor en la
we'll
salida.
plot a course to the Alpha Centauri
No
system,
creo, se ve
where we can
bastante
find the city
terminada
of
esta
New
parte.
Atlantis.
Qué padre se ve el efecto del salto a los planetas.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
O sea, no puedes irte de la galaxia, o bueno, del espacio, no puedes bajar, descender tú manualmente.
As soon as you land in a
Ahí
city
al
like New
planeta.
Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to
Sí,
just
claro,
these
nada más.
boundless, vast buildings.
Por supuesto.
It's the biggest
Hasta para el
city
Switch.
we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
Qué bonito se ve.
think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where
Ay,
your
señora.
adventure with Constellation
Qué bien le
begins.
queda esa blusa. A watch, the smartwatch.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's
No olviden
biggest
que todos los
questions.
trailers
The artifacts are so different.
obviamente se ven
So
mejor
alien.
cuando
And
ven
I'm certain
directo
one
el
of them
trailer
reached
en
out
YouTube en
and
4K o
spoke
todo
to
eso.
you.
Porque pues igual el stream
The
jode un
artifact,
poquito
if you could
la
place it on
calidad.
the table here.
Por más 1080 que esté.
Look at how it's coming together. That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled
¿Por
system.
qué se ven muy
It's
genéricos esos
definitely an
personajes?
eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted
Noel,
scientist and
ojo.
Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's
Creo que debieron
financier.
hacer
Anything
más
goes as long as you have the money.
There's
menos
also
genéricos a
Vlad,
los
the
personajes
ex-pirate,
importantes.
Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
O no sé si de eso se trate, que sean muy normales los personajes. Como más
The journey you
creíbles,
take with
¿no?
Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
A la bestia, esos dinosaurios alienígenas, qué pedo. Ándale, ya empezó.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
¡Hala! Muy vaquero el
asunto. Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform,
Uy,
but is
de aquí
now
soy,
known
Neon.
throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city, where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of
Ah,
today
caray.
for our
¿Qué es esto?
future tomorrow.
¿Cyberpunk?
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. This is the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Maya.
Ah, la verga, soy
The
increíble.
galaxy is theirs. They are wrong.
Está padrísimo.
It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It
Yo aquí
always
ya
has.
solo estoy disfrutando, pues ya me
In
vendieron el
Starfield,
juego.
we're pushing our
En
cities
Game
and
Pass,
settlements
claro que sí.
further than we ever have before. It's all there,
playita.
waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Dame un demo, dame algo para probarlo.
Throughout the
Busca
galaxy,
otro
there are
boxer,
so
creo
many
que
things
el
to
que
see
tiene un poco
and
de-
stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell.
Ahorita regreso.
I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system.
Ah, está
We scanned a
padrísimo
wide range
eso
of
de-
faces from
de
different
la
age
creación de
groups and
personajes.
ethnicities. And by mixing and matching out that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy.
Take it
You were
easy.
out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
Ala, ¿cuánto
It's
podemos
also
tardar
the
en
simplest
hacer nuestro
character generation
personaje?
system we ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
Is it really you?
They'll join your crew and it'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with this constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
Ah,
My
caray.
favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
Siempre
There's
ves la
another
espalda.
great one that gives
Pero
you
lo
a
ves en
damage buff
cinemáticas.
when your health is low.
Bueno,
but
yo creo.
mercenaries will randomly show up
Entonces ahí
and try to
sí,
kill you.
pues,
No matter what you choose,
no sé,
there will be
valdrá
plenty
la
of
pena
ways for
crear algo
you
que te
to
guste.
tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
Y podemos sacrificar al
We'll
fan.
let you discover that on your own.
Estuvo bueno eso. Por eso siempre escojo minita. Está amargo. Fíjate que yo siempre escojo
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when
hombre
the journey can really
o
begin.
chico.
We took what we loved
Es muy
about
raro
skills
que
and
escoja
perks from our
chica.
previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills. Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill.
Uy, el hackeo de puertas y cosas. Eso me gusta.
Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the Xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Nivel 80, a la bestia.
Boost pack.
A los
out of the gate.
Xenoblade.
I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
Oye, sí está bueno, un combate melee.
That one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there
Estuvo bueno
pickpocketing
ese,
everyone. My favorite part
Confirmo, yo
about
soy
being
más de
stealthy
puñetazos.
is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then
O
jumping out and
a
spraying
lo
on people.
Assassin's Creed, como está mostrando esta doña.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
Se ve divertidísimo. Pero espero que si hayan villanos. O sea, que a cada rato te estén saliendo enemigos y todo. Y se sienta como una zona muy hostil. Y que pues no sean como, solo en el lugar abandonado, ¿no? Si no se va a sentir muy vacío el mundo. Habrá que entrenar eso de la gravedad para sacar provecho. Sí, supongo que es complicado el dominar eso de la gravedad. Dominarlo con el combate más bien.
Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world
yo no
feel
estoy a favor de los
believable.
mods, la verdad.
From the way we
Yo
approach
soy de
planetary
que lo juego tal
atmospheres
cual los
to the way we place
desarrolladores lo
biomes
pensaron.
based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun.
Y podemos tomar fotos,
When you
estaría
leave a
padre
planet
tener
and head
como una
into space,
enciclopedia de las criaturas.
You'll be navigating asteroid fields.
Aunque
having
no lo
chance
use
meetings
mucho
with
en
interesting
Zelda.
strangers, dogfighting in space, and
Esas
exploring
batallas en el
derelict
espacio es lo que
ships.
más me llama la atención. Como fiel Nintendero no ver los antimods. Así es. Por
It's
supuesto.
all out there.
Acuérdense que Chico PlayStation reacciona por primera vez a un evento de
Ultimately,
Xbox, no en
it's
vivo.
about rewarding your curiosity. Because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Increíble. Muy bueno el evento. La verdad.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own.
Una muestra
I think
como
you'll
están
be
haciendo
blown
ahorita.
away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy
Eso es
a
crear
ship.
tu nave.
I'm sure you can find something you like. Customize and upgrade that ship.
Increíble.
And hire a crew to keep it
Incredible,
up and running.
amazing.
And it all starts in spaceports.
Buenísimo.
Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Espero que conseguir
Anything I can
dinero
help you with?
sea fácil.
Maybe you start off with a
Si no,
speedy fighter that's
imagínense,
perfect for bounty
chinga la
hunting.
joda.
Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes.
Pues que ve eso.
You can customize and upgrade
A lo
everything you
Lego,
see here.
amigos.
And you have two ways to do that.
Sí, 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 de hecho,
You can
definitivamente lo
quickly
vamos a
upgrade
jugar.
individual systems like your
Definitivamente.
weapons or shields.
No, no.
Or you can deep dive and enter the
No hay
ship
duda.
builder mode. Here you can change anything,
Desde que lo
from the
anunciaron.
systems to the look and layout.
Ve
Adding a new
eso, no,
habitat
no,
module
no,
can give you more
tremendo.
room for crew.
Tears of the
Adding
Kingdom se
cowling
queda
can change
corto.
your
Ah,
ship's overall silhouette.
ojalá den buenas cosas en edición de
An
luz.
improved grav drive
¿Quién
allows for
sabe?
longer distance space jumps.
¿Será
You
que
can
a lo
even
mejor y la
fully
de luz es la que
customize your
está en el
paint
Game
job
Pass?
to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting,
Que es un Tears of the Kingdom.
or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's
Hay un
in-game ship
jueguito
manufacturers
mediano
bring their own look and feel
que no
to
gana
every
premios
piece
ni
of your
nada.
ship. From
Se
living
tardó
quarters
muchísimo para salir.
to cargo holds,
No como
mess halls,
Starfield God.
and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals.
Ah, caray.
The HMS Platypus, as I call it,
Ornitorrinco, ojo.
where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs.
I
So
love
it's
it.
really whatever
Referencias a
your
Optimus Prime.
imagination is.
And while you can build your home
¿Qué es
among the
eso?
stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only
Shinji,
person who will
súbete
call your
leva.
ship home.
Igual que bueno que las empresas chicas saquen juegos solo
Ready to
en
lift off
grandes
when
y
you are,
Xbox.
Engine's ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey.
Vuestro
These
periplo.
companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find
La
an
va a romper
artifact
este juego,
or this
amigos.
lead runs dry.
La va a romper.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts,
Me gustan esos emblemas.
as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved
Ojo.
anyone except you.
Oigan,
And
hasta
if you're
tiene
looking for a
tono
little extra
sepia.
help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Ya tiene
Got
fecha,
any room
Margo.
on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship?
Se dice
I gotta
filtro
get
de
off this
México.
rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their
Filtro
unique skills
mexicano,
will affect how they
huevo.
run. And
Velo,
just like
velo, está ahí.
companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs.
Se ve chido ese
This
Vasco.
tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
Surgen los cielos, vamos. Se me hace que sí tiene pantallas de carga. Pero pues no importa, porque pues son rápidas, yo creo. Vean eso, no manchen.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system.
Hayan como
Boosting
lugares
power to your
en el
engines will make your
espacio,
ship faster.
como islas flotantes o algo
Powering
así.
up the ground tries will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump.
¿Qué tal si puedes ir a un restaurante en el espacio? Estaría chido, ¿no? Una misión espacial.
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight.
Porque pues ahorita se ve vacío.
You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there. Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific
Ya duró
subsystems of
bastante,
the
¿no?
ship you target.
Nos falta todavía 30 minutos. Bueno, 20. Se están guardando como para cuando juguemos. ¡Hala! Tremendo hype.
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Oh, eso me gusta. Abordar la nave para atacarla. Eso hago en Assassin's Creed. Abordo los barcos y ya me pongo a pelear contra todos. Eso sí me
Once you've
gusta.
taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
Pero no pierdes la nave en la que
But
andaba.
space
Se
is
guarda.
way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards.
Okay. ¿Y de qué me sirve
Walk the
estar en los
halls,
astilleros?
talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship. One worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance.
A la bestia. Eso es
Or
porque el
rub
Final Boss
elbows
se
with the
infiltró
galaxy's
en una
wealthy
estrella de la
elite on a
muerte.
cruise ship fit for the stars.
¿Te imaginas?
There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well.
En
You can
Estrella
hail
de la
any ship
Muerte.
you come across,
O si no,
trade,
en
swap
el.
info,
¿Cómo se llamaba?
maybe even commit
Lo que
an act of
destruyó un
piracy.
planeta entero en Star Wars.
When I'm playing, I
The
generally
Force
go
Awakens.
crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy
de
routes.
Star Killer o
I
algo
wanna
así.
take over ships. I'm gonna board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches.
Igual
and
en
put
una
'em,
de esas,
You know,
¿no?
in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to
A
play
la
the
bestia.
hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I
Grandma.
just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Ay, no, esa
Some of
grande
the
está
best
media
moments are the
intensa.
ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests.
Ok, ok,
And
todo
it
se
feels
mantiene
so
chido.
cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there,
Más
just
de 1000
waiting for you to
planetas.
visit.
No sé si eso sea bueno.
We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy.
Ahí está la vida en el
We
espacio que
want you to
querías
feel
y quizás algunas veces
We
las
want you to feel
tendencias
the
sean
sense of
trampas.
awe and wonder. And sometimes a little fear.
Uy, vean ese
We're
combate
giving you a
masivo.
massive playground and a ton of toys. And just setting you free.
Oiga, no he dejado de tener una sonrisa en mi cara. Me está gustando mucho lo que estoy viendo. Bien.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions.
Ojo, ojo.
And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information.
Ahí está la versión,
It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with.
Padrísimo.
Yeah, we really took as much care in designing this case as we did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
No sé, güey,
We
pero
actually have something else.
Lo quiero.
Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team,
incluye el
and together
juego.
we've created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that,
mi dolor de cabeza
we
regresa.
created the first ever custom headset
mira.
with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Justo acabo de pagar video, güey. Yo firmé un pacto con el diablo por el PlayStation 5. Por cierto, el diablo es mi hermanito. No mames, vean esos headsets. Qué bueno que no compré el control del Elite aún. No mames. Está chingoncísimo.
In every one of our games, we always put so much
Me
care
hace
into all
falta
those little
lugar para
details
poner mis
that
cosas
breathe
de
life into our
gamer.
worlds.
Ya tengo
And
varios
Starfield
controles.
isn't just a Bethesda
y no
Game
sé dónde
Studios
ponerlos.
world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield?
No
Because we
mames,
want
el
to give
control
you
igual está
freedom
muy
on a
bonito. ¿Quieres ese
galactic
reloj?
level. The freedom
me
to
va a mostrar
experience
información del
both the
juego.
exciting planets
Está chido.
and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds the planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling.
Espero que tenga muy buena banda sonora, o sea que estés en los planetas y estés oyendo banda sonora así de aventura y todo, no que sea solo lugares completamente en silencio. Se siente que estás explorando, ya saben, pero pues al parecer no, al parecer va a ser puro ruido ambiental. Oigan, eso sí, ¿por qué está jugando en modo ultra fácil? ¿Por qué pusieron modo novelo? Para verte pro.
It's completely up to you.
Como el juego de
how you
ayer
want
de
to interact
Pinocho que
with each
jugamos.
planet, whether you want to
No,
explore
está
and see
súper
what you can
difícil esa
find,
onda.
harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover
Imagina que
exotic
pones un
wildlife.
minigame y te mueres.
If you have the skills,
¿Sería
you
algo
can
real?
even figure out that certain creatures and plants,
Yo estaría
you can build an
encantado.
outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals.
Ahí
You
también
can
están
get
escaneando.
experience and rewards for fully
Excelente.
surveying planets
Sí soy.
and fully surveying a whole system.
Este juego se me invita a escanear las cosas.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters. We wanted native wildlife.
Especies
Something you've never
autóctonas.
seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Ok, me gusta esa forma de pensar para la iluminación. ¿Quién escanea zonas con todos los pedorras? Escanear planetas es lo de hoy. Así es. Yo no sé por qué Ubisoft no se está metiendo al mame de hacer un juego en el espacio. Que son los que pues les quedan chidos sus mundos igual y todo. Pues, pero pues vamos viendo igual y... Ah, pero Ubisoft tenía un
After some
juego.
exploring, you can find a
El
spot to
Beyond
set up
Good
a
and
base
Evil.
camp.
No, pues ya fue ese.
Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet.
Ahí está
And
la
the
parte de
habitat
construcción.
modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different
Ya,
purposes. You
tenemos
can
que dejar de
even
ver el
live in
evento. Es
assign crew and companions
imposible
to work at your outposts
que no
for
se
added
juegue
bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're
Espero
away.
que sea fácil de entender.
Something cool we have
La
this time is we have a new
construcción,
fly
la
cam
personalización de la
where you can
nave y
toggle
todo.
between on-foot building,
Que no sea
or you can now
complicado.
use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger habs. So that way you can really plan your structures
no veo
and what the
construyendo
overall
su
feel of your
primera
outpost
estación
is.
espacial.
And
Qué
then when you're on your
emoción.
feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much
Nah,
easier.
nah, no puede ser, no puede ser. A lo Animal Crossing y SimCity. Ah, imagina que le sale un bug que hace un agujero negro. Bug. Claro. Ha de estar bien planeado eso, Amargo. ¿Te imaginas que desaparezca toda la galaxia? Y literal tengas que construir una civilización desde tu nave.
Add crafting and research stations in your outposts to utilize any resources you find or already have.
No manches, se ve
Mod your
super
weapons
deep.
to adapt them to your playstyle.
Todas las
Different
mecánicas.
weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive
Este es un juego de
rounds.
por vida, amigos. Es un juego de
All
por
you
vida.
stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before.
No,
A
pues
lot of
por eso se lo
variety.
tenían muy bien escondido este juego. Estaban
Upgraded
chambeando
gear
y
is just
chambeando
one
y
of the many
chambeando.
factors to pay
sin parar.
attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat.
Me gusta.
Sometimes you'll
Pero a mí
even feel
dame
like
un
you're
mapa
flying.
del planeta en el que estoy o algo, porque híjole, si no me pierdo mucho. Hay algo que no tenga ese
Zero
juego.
gravity environments pose a different challenge.
Literal, güey.
Firing a ballistic
No,
weapon in
tiene
zero
de
G
todo,
will
tiene
actually push you
construcción.
backwards.
exploración, tiene narrativa,
Energy weapons,
tiene
on the other
construcción
hand, offer a more
de
stable shooting
personajes o
experience.
personalización de personajes,
We also have
modificadores
mag
de
weapons.
armas,
These are
tiene
high-powered
batallas
electromagnetic
espaciales,
induction
tiene
ballistic
construcción de
arrays.
naves,
Each barrel has its own targeting laser
tiene
and can dish out some
un
serious
sistema
damage.
de ¿cómo se llama? Tipo RPG, de niveles y todo eso, de
When you want to get up close
habilidades.
and personal with your own two fists,
Tienes relaciones a lo
or you like more
Andrómeda, a
compact
los Mass
weapons like
Effect.
pistols and submachine guns,
No,
maybe you
no, no,
prefer
está cabrón.
something bigger.
No, esperemos que salga bien del lanzamiento. Esperemos que esté muy bien pulido
Starfield's got you covered.
en el juego. Es tan ambicioso que me da miedo. Tiene criaturas padres, sándwiches. Ah, un fan, tienes un fan que te puede estar siguiendo. Si lo soportas, claro. Sí está para Gotti. Híjole. No sé. Tengo miedo. Creo que sí le puede quitar a Tirso el Gotti, ¿eh? Si sale bien. Pero aunque todo lo que están mostrando está muy bien. O sea, el rendimiento está muy bien. No veo caídas ni popeos de nada. Se ve muy estable. ¿Tienes poderes telequinéticos? ¿Cuál Tirso? El Gotti lo tenía.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just
No
so
creo,
grateful
güey.
that you've taken the time and spent it here.
Resident
I know there's
4
probably a lot to
remake.
take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments
Dijo que
that
tiene
only a game
multijugador o
like
no
this
tiene
can bring.
multijugador.
When I think about what
Yo
makes
creo
it
que no deben
special,
de meterle
it really
multijugador.
is the people here.
Pero
This
yo
game
creo
is a
que sí va a
reflection
tener.
of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode
Ojo,
to
modo
take
foto,
rock
eh?
star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
Y al parecer va a ser de lanzamiento, pero normalmente el modo
outpost
foto lo
building
agregan
systems.
en una
My
actualización.
favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spent all this time building your ship.
Yo
and you
quiero
see
eso,
it
crear mi
on
nave
the
y mi
landing
base.
pad. These things are
Eso es lo
gigantic.
que más
It's
quiero
the kind of thing that
hacer.
you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
A la bestia sí va a
My
llegar.
favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
Audio design,
planets.
The day-night cycle, those details matter to me. Diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending.
Vasco, obviously.
I love
Ah,
the
sí hay un
robot so
final,
much.
Menos
The
mal.
incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher,
Brain sprout.
Ojo el ending, sí, 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 sí.
I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben.
The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the
Ojalá
freedom
sea
to
una
be
buena
who you
rola.
want to be, do what you want to do.
Creo que no están hablando de eso,
It's
como
what
el
you've come
3 de
to expect
Brains.
from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
Baby, eso no manches.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
No, increíble. 10 de 10. 300 de 10. Lo que se viene, amigos. Lo que se viene es increíble. El hype está cabrón. 6 de septiembre del 2023. No manches, vamos a estar comiendo pozole. Vean eso. Ajá, ¿y el reloj? 5 días de Early Access. Ahí está, esta es la buena. Edición Constelación. Tenemos el juego digital, el Steelbook para un juego digital. Qué extraño. El reloj. Obviamente la funda del reloj. Nuestro patch de Constellation. Y pues los 5 días anticipados. Oh, miren, una expansión de historia. Shattered Space. Tenemos el sound. Yo quiero el arte digital, ha de estar increíble. En efectos gaming. Sí. ¿Cuánto costará esto? Septiembre 6, 2023. Uy. Pues excelente evento, ¿no? Está buenísimo. Más feliz no pude estar. Fable, Playground Games, gracias por darme Fable. ¿Eres del bando de los NFT? No, ¿por qué? No, buenísimo el evento. Los dos eventos. Microsoft, te la volaste. Xbox, te la volaste. Phil, señor Monopolio, good job. El fichero del arte digital. Pero este es el libro. O sea, son. Ahora sí que como crearon en el juego todos los conceptos, los dibujos, los sketches, las explicaciones y eso. Eso me gusta mucho. Increíble. No sé, ya quiero ver las reacciones de la gente del evento. Ese personaje no es persona, igual me llamó mucho la atención. El de Metaphor. Ahora va a decir Sony que no pueden tratar Starfield porque es monopolio en los Game Awards. Excelente. No, gracias a ustedes por demostrar por qué son los mejores. ¿Digo qué? Wow. Estoy feliz, estoy contento, amigos. Like, tome su buen like. No hay comentarios, o sí hay. Ya. Pues amigos, muchas gracias por ver el directo con nosotros. Claro que sí, en vivo, por supuesto. No nos dormimos, claro que no. Cualquiera que le diga eso es mentira. Y pues nos vemos en la noche. Gracias a todos los de Twitch, los de YouTube. No olviden seguirme en YouTube, amigos. Si lo están viendo desde Twitch, se les quiere. No son las 4 de la tarde, no, nada. Nos vemos, gracias, de verdad. Disfrutemos otra vez del rewatch del evento.